Steve Hill. We are here today to celebrate one of the happiest moments in the lives of Courtney and Stuart. For today, they will affirm before you that they are committed to making a life of love together in music. Folks, this is one of those precious moments in life, and I hope that everyone is feeling very relaxed and ready to savour the moment. The presentation of the bride is an important part of the wedding ceremony, and today Courtney has been walked down the aisle by her father Brendan. So thank you, Brendan. Courtney and Stuart want to give a special thank you to everyone for being here for them today, and especially those who've travelled a fair distance to be here. Okay, I'd now like to ask Cheryl and Brendan to stand for a moment, please. I have a very important question for you. Do you bring Courtney here today to be married to Stuart? Thank goodness for that. Take a seat. And now, Norman and Robin, can you stand? Do you both give your blessing to this marriage between Courtney and Stuart?
We do, certainly.
See, your mum said certainly. Your mum's like to put a full stop on it, you see, Stuart. Well, that's great. Oh, it's showtime now then, isn't it? Okay. Courtney and Stuart have honoured us by inviting us to be present with them on this special day. What they mean to each other is obvious. Their commitment to each other has been made for some time now. They are adults. They are responsible. Well, Courtney is. No, they are responsible, free, independent, and happy. I've actually known Courtney for quite a few years now, since she was a young girl, and I've watched her blossom into a beautiful young lady, and today, a stunning bride. I first met Stuart about 6 months ago when we all had our first get-together to sign the necessary legal papers, and when we'd finished, I always remember them saying, "Wow." Okay, at this stage in the ceremony, I normally like to tell you a little bit about the story so far. Some things you may not know. Courtney and Stuart were introduced by mutual friends at one of the many house parties at Stuart's house that he shared with 5 guys from uni. It wasn't until the next party that the same mutual friends, Shell and Damo, who are here today. Where's Shell and Damo? Okay. They moved things along by each telling their friend that the other person was keen on them. This old setup trick obviously worked. Well done, Shell and Damo, well done. And 7 years later, they haven't looked back. Stuart proposed to Courtney in Paris. You romantic girl, you. Shortly after they had both moved to London to work and travel for a year. Stuart had waited patiently for 5 years before asking Courtney, as he knew, after many hints from Courtney, she really wanted the proposal to happen overseas. They both loved to travel. Stuart didn't realise his love of travel until Courtney dragged him overseas, and now it is their favourite thing to do together. They both like to cook, and they both like to relax at home on weekends, just enjoying each other's company. They have a similar sense of humour and can always make each other laugh, and both try not to take things too seriously. They thought that moving overseas would actually make them more carefree and spontaneous, but instead they ended up even more organised. Okay, I'd now like to invite Stuart's sister, Sarah, to come forward and read something for them. Sarah, you come on this side. That's it. Nice and close to me, because we want to hear this. Okay. There we go.
Love is patient and kind. Love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. Love is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offence and is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's faults, but delights in the truth. It is always ready to excuse, to trust and to hope. It is always ready to endure whatever comes. Finally, true love does not come to an end.
Beautifully done. Round of applause for Sarah. Okay, if I can be formal for just one moment, I need to tell you that I, Steve Hill, am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are both joined in marriage in my presence, and in the presence of all these witnesses, I am to remind you both of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are about to enter. Because marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of a man and a woman, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Now, when two people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit that's unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. And Courtney and Stuart believe that marriage is founded on sincerity and understanding, which leads to tolerance, confidence, and trust. It also involves respect for each other's individuality, and that most difficult of tasks, the acceptance of each other's weaknesses, prejudices, and faults. Because we all have them, don't we? We now come to a part of the ceremony called the asking. Stuart, I have a very important question to ask you. In fact, both of you, but I'll start with you first of all. Stuart Martin Smith. Doesn't that sound impressive? Do you take Courtney Jean Menard to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love and respect her, be honest with her, and stand by her through whatever may come, so you can share your life together? Oh, we all heard that, we're halfway there. Okay, Courtney. Courtney Jean Menard, do you take Stuart Martin Smith to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love and respect him, be honest with him, and stand by him through whatever may come, so you can share your life together? Very shortly, this beautiful couple will be exchanging rings, and the ancient Greeks believed, a little bit of trivia for you here, the ancient Greeks believed that the fourth finger on the left hand contained the vein of love that runs to the heart, the vena amoris. And this is why engagement and wedding rings are worn on that finger. So I'd now like to ask Colin, the best man, to bring forward the rings. Come on, Colin, this is your big moment, Colin. Sure you take the right one there. Okay. A wedding ring represents a continuing bond that symbolises equality and infinite commitment, which are indeed the foundation stones of marriage. Okay, can I get you just to hold hands? Don't drop the rings, but just hold hands as you take your vows. Clear your throat, Stuart. This is the important bit. Okay, Stuart, please repeat after me in a nice, strong voice. I call upon the people here present.
I call upon the people here present
To witness. That I, Stuart. Take you, Courtney. To be my lawful wife. To have and to hold. From this day forward. For better, for worse. For richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health. For the rest of my life. Stuart, please seal your vows now by placing the ring on Courtney's finger. The hands aren't even shaking, folks. It's good. And the ring fits. Okay. Courtney, your turn to repeat after me. I call upon the people here present to witness that I, Courtney, take you, Stuart, to be my lawful husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for the rest of my life. Oh, jeez, you got me. Oh, okay, Courtney, please seal your vows by placing the ring on Stuart's finger. Oh, I love tears in the wedding. Right, we're coming very close to the declaration now, folks. The smiles are coming on the faces now, the tears have gone, it's all good. In ancient Rome, a kiss was a legal bond to seal contracts. And that is why marriage ceremonies traditionally end with a kiss. So Courtney and Stuart, as you've exchanged vows here today before me and before all of your family and friends, and as you have exchanged rings as symbols of your commitment to marriage, it is with great pleasure that I pronounce you husband and wife. Stuart, you may kiss your beautiful bride. And now, Danielle, Am I right in saying that wasn't a good enough kiss? Can you do it again? Come on. You may. That's more like it.
People do exactly the same.